guys. So today we're going to make arroz con gandules, which is known as yellow rice with pigeon peas. Okay, I am going to do it a little different this time. Remember, I was mentioning in my first video that I am into cooking under an hour. Okay, now I found it that by using a rice cooker to make arroz con gandules actually eliminates a lot of time, and I don't have to watch over the rice to make sure that it doesn't burn. So it actually helps me out a lot. Again, a lot of people are fans of doing it the traditional way, which is still great. But again, I don't have the time to keep coming back and forth to the stove to check on things. Unless it's a weekend and I'm not at work, then I'm good. But during the week, this is what I find easier. So just to give you kind of like an insight of what pots we use normally for arroz con gandules, this is actually the pot. It's these, okay? They actually come in like 3 different sizes. They have like a mini one, this one, and then the gigantic one. And that's the one that is used mainly for parties. Like if you're gonna have a lot of family over, you bring out the big pot, you make the arroz con gandules, and bam, you got yourself some rice. But like I said, I'm going to teach you how to just use the rice cooker. It's very easy, guys. It's not complicated. What makes the rice good is the ingredients that you're going to put into it. If you don't put the right ingredients, it's not going to taste the way it would normally taste. Just watch. Okay guys, so this pressure pot pretty much holds about 4 cups of rice. Just keep in mind that if you go over that, rice does grow. So when the rice is finally done and you go to kind of turn it, it's just gonna pretty much come out the pot, and you don't want that. So try and follow the instructions given with your rice cooker. Now, what else? Now, what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna make 2 cups of rice. And pretty much add all of the ingredients. The only thing I'm not going to use in this arroz con gandules is pork. The only reason I'm not going to use pork is because, again, a lot of people don't eat pork. So what we can use is the chicken flavoring, at least to give it some type of flavoring. Okay, so and it's pretty much, it's powdered bouillon cubes. So actually it makes it taste just as good. So again, if you like ham, put ham. If you don't like ham, do not use ham. Okay, and again, the ingredients are pretty simple. It's going to be the chicken flavor, sofrito, and your pigeon peas. That's pretty much it. It's very simple. It's not complicated. Now, if you want to be a little extra, you can actually add olives, which normally we do. But depending on your family, some families, or at least some children, don't like to pick things out of their food. So because I do have children, I just don't add these things on because they will pick them out. But I would prefer olives, but unfortunately I just can't get everything. So let's get started. Okay, so we're gonna do 2 cups of rice. You're gonna use your measuring cup, okay? Because like I said, you don't want to go and make a mistake of adding too much rice, and now you can't contain it in the rice cooker. So just keep that in mind, guys. Keep it in mind. Okay, so now we have 2. Okay, very simple, nothing complicated. Okay, so now these are what pigeon peas look like. Okay, it's gandules. They have green ones and brown ones. I prefer the green ones. Okay, so we are going to open it. Okay, please note that to wash the top of your can, because you don't want all your fluids running into the top of the can, and then it's like pouring into your food. Again, I've heard people get sick from that. So again, just be safe, make sure everything is clean. Okay, so now you're going to pour this in. Okay, very easy, not complicated. It's not something that's difficult. I'm gonna put that to the side. So now you're gonna use the same measuring cup that you had to actually measure the amount of water you're gonna put in. Okay, so if you put 2 cups of rice, you have to put at least 3 of water. Okay, some people do 2.5. I like to put 3, especially when I'm using the rice cooker. Okay, so okay, so that's that. So now, dun 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 dun. This is like the magic sauce for like for like all of my dishes. Okay, so we are going to add 2 spoons of this. Okay, 2 spoons, guys. Okay. Personally, I like to cook with olive oil. Some people cook with peanut oil, depending on how they do certain things. For example, like I use peanut oil to fry. I use olive oil just for my rice, my salads, for some meats. So it depends. But again, I try not to use corn oil or vegetable oil. I kind of gotten away from that. And to be honest, I found that vegetable oil tastes just the same. Nothing different. It doesn't even change the taste of your food. And I personally like it. So what we're gonna do is, right, mind you, the pot is still not on. Okay, this is why this is so easy. You're gonna put 1 tablespoon of olive oil. Okay, I can kind of eyeball everything because I'm so used to this. But if you have to use, again, a tablespoon, just use a tablespoon to measure. Okay, so now, next thing, we're going to use and the only reason I'm not showing the products or the brands is because I feel that, again, everywhere, in every area that you may live in, they may not have these products. And again, I thought these products were everywhere, but come to find out they're really not. So they have different brands. As long as it's pigeon peas, it's pigeon peas. As long as it's chicken powder, chicken flavoring, use that. You can even use chicken stock. I've tried everything, trust me. And again, you have to work with what you have. Okay, so you're going to pour the chicken seasoning to the rice. Okay, some people cannot have a lot of sodium, so again, it depends all on your health. So if you cannot have it, just use the sofrito, the chicken powder, I'm sorry, not the chicken flavoring, the gandules, sofrito, the rice, a little bit of olive oil, and then measure a little bit of salt. Whatever salt intake you can take, just add that to your rice. Okay, but just be careful because these things are high in sodium. Okay, so you're gonna pour this in. Okay, now because this already has salt, you may want to just stir it. Okay, and then taste it to make sure that it's not too salty, because people have or make the mistake of adding that because it's the chicken flavor, but then they even add salt, and that's what you don't want, because then you're gonna have a really salty like load of rice. Okay, so this is perfect, but now we have one more ingredient that we have to add. Okay, so I personally like to use it's a songoya with saffron. Okay, so it all depends. Some people may have this. This is another seasoning. It has multiple things in it, but I mainly use it because of the color it gives to the rice. Some people don't even use this. They just use the rice coloring. Okay, so it all depends on what you have available in your stores. Okay, so but again, saffron does do the job in coloring the rice. Okay, so you're gonna do maybe half of this. Actually, no, let's do the whole thing. Why not? Okay, you're gonna mix it one more time again. Okay, and remember, you can add ham cubes. You can, I'm telling you, it will come out just as great. Okay, the only reason I'm limiting what I'm adding into it, because again, my children don't eat a lot of the things that normally will go in it. Tastes good already. Oh my god, and it's not even done. I'm just tasting the water. Okay, so let's do a little bit more salt. We're gonna do now half half a teaspoon of salt because this already has enough. Okay, I just like a lot of flavor in my rice. Okay, so that's pretty much it. So we're gonna do one more time. Mix it. Already has the oil, everything. Perfect. Okay, so now you're gonna close it. All right, this machine is very easy. You just put, it has a, the power button, obviously. And then you're just gonna click where it says white rice, because it's a similar thing. They don't have yellow rice option, so it's the same thing, guys. Okay, so what's gonna happen is it's going to start circling around until it starts getting warm. Once it's at the point that it's done, it'll start timing it down, so it'll say 10 minutes. So once you see the 10 come up, it'll pretty much start counting down, and then it's gonna beep, the rice is done, and you're good. And I don't have to watch this, it stays here, and I go about my business. I go start cooking on the next thing, or I'll do a little cleaning while this is getting done, so I don't have to sit here and watch the thing, okay? Because I don't have time to sit around and just like, when are you gonna be done? I'm hungry, so I don't know. So I can actually use my time for other things while this is getting done. Okay, so once it's done, I'll get back to you guys, okay?